So recently, Dr. Michael Greger got destroyed in a debate with Ivor Cummins, and you can just see that he got destroyed in this debate when you actually look at the whole thing and see how desperate Michael Greger towards the end was when he basically said that Ivor Cummins was a flat earther, right? Or something to that, right? And basically he was citing like the Ornish study to claim that veganism reverses heart disease and all of that nonsense, which most vegans even don't take seriously anymore, right? The old Ornish study that got debunked 100 times already. So yeah, so this was very good debate actually, even though the debate format was very short, right? But you can just see Ivor Cummins had his facts, right? He had the logic. And when we watch this debate, it is clear who the winner is. I mean, just who do you think is healthier of these two, right? But to that point, you can decide for yourself. However, what I want to point out here is this section where Michael Greger says something very interesting. Have a listen to this.
Pressure would seem to make the case for plant-based eating simply overwhelming. People aren't dying of deficiency diseases.
So he says people aren't dying from deficiency diseases. Really, Michael Greger? Really? Okay. Now let me show you this. This is the video, Did a Vegan Diet Kill This Baby? This is his own YouTube channel. This is Dr. Michael Greger's own YouTube channel. This is, in this video he speaks about this, right? Have a listen to this.
Vegan couple whose baby died of vitamin deficiency after being fed solely on breast milk. Isn't that what you're supposed to feed babies? Yes, but if you're not getting enough vitamin B12, then your baby's not getting enough B12. Parents adopted lifestyle after watching TV program about butchered cows, and ended up generating headlines like this: vegans charged in death, over death, after death, neglect, neglect and death, and baby killing. Poll: did a vegan diet kill the baby? Why, yes it did.
There you have it. There you have it. Dr. Michael Greger admits that the vegan diet killed the baby because of deficiency. So, to answer his own question, right, or his own assertion that nobody's dying of deficiency diseases, you said it yourself, Michael Greger. This baby died because of a lack of vitamin B12, right? But I can give you more examples. Vegan couple who fed children only raw fruit and vegetables charged with murder after baby dies from starvation. Here's another example. Baby death, parents convicted of killing son with diet of vegetable milk. Here's another example. Vegan couple who starved 20-month-old girl, leaving her toothless and with rickets, weighing less than a stone, avoid jail. Here's another example. Swedish parents jailed for almost starving vegan toddler to death. 18-month-old girl rushed to hospital unresponsive after primarily being fed breast milk, brown rice, and potatoes. Strict vegan parents starved their baby of nutrients so badly that the 1-year-old developed cerebral palsy and was in intensive care for a month with rashes and internal bleeding. Italian baby raised on a vegan diet hospitalized for severe malnutrition removed from parents. But since birth, the baby should have had support, in this case with calcium and iron. Health food is out of control. Doctors warning over vegan diets as more malnutritioned children seen in hospitals. Doctors are warning parents about the dangers of feeding young children and babies a vegan diet, as they see an increasing number of kids in hospital with malnutrition. Medical professionals claim that the health food culture is getting out of control, which comes as two parents were prosecuted when their child died as a result of being fed a gluten-free diet, which included quinoa milk. Reports from Belgium reveal that doctors across the country regularly see children in hospital as a result of vegan diets, which are forced on them by their parents. Pediatrician Anne Malfrot said the children are missing a lot of important nutrients because of it. Malfrot called it a worrying situation, but said we cannot convince the parents that a vegan diet can lead to dangerous situations. So you want to tell me, Michael Greger, that there's no one dying because of malnutrition diseases? Really? And I can give you more examples if you want, but I think you get the point. We have plenty of examples where the vegan diet puts children in the hospital or in the grave. Right? And he also says in this debate that nobody is dying from protein deficiency. Or he says, when was the last time you hear someone dying from protein deficiency? So here you have our world in data, right? Deaths from protein energy malnutrition. Annual number of deaths from protein energy malnutrition which result from insufficient caloric and protein intake. And it's worldwide data. So in 2019, for example, there were over 200,000 deaths, total deaths, from protein energy malnutrition. So there are people dying from protein deficiency. That is clear as day. And look at this study here. Intake and inadequacy of the vegan diet, a systematic review of the evidence. And it says, regarding macronutrients, vegan diets are lower in protein intake. Lower in protein intake. So if everyone went vegan, I wonder how this graph would look like, honestly. Lower in protein intake compared with all other types of diets. Veganism is also associated with low intake of vitamin B2, niacin, B12, vitamin D, iodine, zinc, calcium, potassium, selenium. Vitamin B12 intake among vegans is significantly lower. And calcium intake in the majority of vegans was below recommendations. So there you go. Insufficient nutrient intake. Most vegetarians lapse after only 1 year. The vast majority of vegetarians return to eating meat. I wonder why that is. In the United States, most meat abstainers lapse within a year, according to a new report put out by the Humane Research Council, an animal advocacy organization. So even an animal advocacy organization admits that most vegetarians and vegans return to eating meat. In a survey of around 11,000 Americans, the organization found that 84% of vegetarians and vegans return to eating meat, says the Huffington Post. Most lapse within a year, while nearly a third don't last more than 3 months. The study falls in line with previous research. According to Skeptoid, ex-vegetarians outnumber current vegetarians by a ratio of 3-1. And even this fact, right? How many former vegetarians and vegans are there? Research shows that 10% of adults in the US are former vegetarians/vegans and 2% are currently vegetarian or vegan. That means that there are more ex-vegans or ex-vegetarians than there are currently vegetarians or vegans. So if this diet is so healthy and so amazing and reverses heart disease, according to Michael Greger, and is so healthy and is the best diet ever, then why are there more ex-vegans than there are vegans? Right? Because, let me tell you why this is. Because the diet is shit. Because this lacks too many nutrients. And this is especially disturbing when this is being pushed like that. Germany's first vegan kindergarten. So they're opening up kindergartens in Germany and probably in other countries where there's no meat, egg or dairy products on the menu for the kids. Meanwhile, we have seen what the vegan diet does to the children. This is absolutely irresponsible. This is actually criminal. This is child abuse. This is child abuse, what's going on here. Pushing the vegan diet on children is child abuse. It puts children in the hospital. This vegan diet, it puts children in the hospital. We have seen this time after time after time after time again. So your bullshit claim that there are no people dying from malnutrition deficiency diseases is total bullshit, Dr. Greger. We have plenty of cases. It needs to stop, right? This vegan propaganda kills people. Thanks for watching.